Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage. Well, here is my next restoration, a Budgie Toys AA Jumbo mobile control unit with a 7 diesel cab pulling it. Heavily play worn this one. Some decals still left on, just the black AA ones. No glass, so that's a bonus. I've not done a Budgie toy before, so this is my first one, and this will be my entry into the more than 4-wheel challenge for the DMC. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video. Let's just see it go around once more, and then we'll take a closer look at it. Well, here we are with our AA van, chipped everywhere, wheels are peened on, or actually not peened that side but crimped that side. Cab's in good condition, again crimped that side but peened that side. Casting line all the way around it, possibly down the front here too. Trailer on the other hand, maybe a casting line up that side. Less obvious, less of a feel there, but you can see it there. This is a real line, I've seen it in the pictures. That'll have to be hand painted black until it disappears. I've already done the decals, so let's start to get it apart. Now there's a tab at the back of the trailer and there's 2 pins here. Now I've not taken one of these apart before and I can't see anybody else doing it on YouTube, but I think it's going to be a screwdriver just to prise that open, and then another screwdriver to lift it up, something like that. Maybe a screwdriver at each side, and then lift those up, and there we go, out. Now that's going to be interesting putting that back, isn't it, once it's painted without chipping it. That's going to be interesting. I'll have to think of a way to do that, because it is quite tough. Anyway, cross that bridge when we come to it. So we've got to get these wheels off, I think. Not sure if those tyres, so I think this might have been painted in the wheel area. They're chunky axles. I really don't fancy grinding that one off. Look how thick that is. I'm wondering, I'll have to think about it. If I can get the tyres off, which I can, I just put all that in the caustic for now. I'm sure that's been overpainted with a black pen. Looks too heavy. So that could all go in the caustic as it is, and it would throw a bit of light on it. Not sure how much to proceed with that. Whereas this, standard fodder, just grind that down. See if we're ready for that. Right, here we go with the grinder. Right, I've nearly ground that flat, as you can see. Just have to punch a hole in there and get a drill on it now. So here we go, with a small drill, just to get it started. Just a bit of Vaseline on the end of that drill. Right, just get a bigger drill on there now. So here we go with a slightly bigger drill, as you can see. Gently does it. It's just not going to come off yet. There's just a bit at the back. Right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's going to be it. Well, felt loose one side. There we go. Right, hopefully you saw that spring up, because I got a telephone call smack in the middle as that just popped. But I just got my screwdriver under there and it's off. Quite a small post, as you can see. We'll have to find a drill to do that, and that's off quite cleanly. I'm going to take the tyres off this. I think they're quite crusty anyway, so I'm not worried about damaging them. And I'm off to lob the whole lot in the caustic soda while I think about it. It's a nice looking model, this. It's simple, and I think that gives it a certain character and charm to it. It's the first budgie model I've done. What I'll do before the caustic soda is I'll drill that and tap it. So we're back with that small drill, 1.5mm. Right, hopefully that's deep enough. Just give that a clean off. Top needs filing off as well, if you can see that, so I'll just file that down. I'll grind it down. Right, so here we go, we've got a 2mm tap with a bit of Vaseline on the end. Right, it's through. So we know we've tapped that whole hole now. Put that away. Okay, this is what I've done. I've taken that casting line, rounded it off there and here, because this front's rounded and there's no casting line there. There's doors at the back, so that's a genuine door line, and I've taken it off the other side. So we'll put that in the caustic and see how it goes. That's metal, by the way. I think this is an early one because they look plastic in some pictures. Now on the cab, I have taken that line off. There was a line, but it's more there than on the edge. So I've rounded that off. There is a roof line there, but I've rounded that off, just rounded it off. And as you can see, I've done that casting line. That's why I think that's casting line all the way around. So all that remains to do is get a 2mm screw in there, I think, and leave it in. Okay, I have a selection of 2mm screws and 3s. So I've picked out the longest. So I can use that to hold the model when it's being painted as well. As you can see, we're out the caustic soda, and it's not a bad job, to be honest. It's not a bad job. Just needs a bit of going over with a wire brush. So the paint had lifted. As you can see, some of it was a bit flaky. It just needed a brush off. Cab was the worst out of all of it in the end. So what we're going to do now is tidy this up and get this AA vehicle polished. So here we go with the cleaning. Right, we've seen me do that a lot of times. I'll do the rest of the model, and the next time you see it, it will probably be in primer. Here we are with our Jumbo Mobile Traffic Control Unit by Budgie Toys, and I've decided to leave the wheels on. However, there is a bit of work to do, because I don't know if you can see, there's a casting line. Probably see it clearer on that one. There's a casting line across the wheels, and it's on all of them. It's probably more pronounced on that one there. Just see if we can get that in the light. There we go, you can see it now, just there. So I'm going to file those off. Then I'm going to mask up the wheels. I'm going to paint the wheels black anyway, but I don't want the hubs getting stuck to the wheels with paint. Now the rear end, the trailer's going to be fine because the axle's inside, but the axle's outside on this, so I'll just have to be very careful how I tape it up. But let's just show you a bit of the cleaning down. I'm just using a file. I haven't checked, but there's a bit flashing on the inside. Now it's not as bad as some dinky toys who normally have quite a bit of flashing on the inside. So there's one. I don't know if you can see that. We'll get rid of that in a second. Just there. And it's just as easy as that. Just making it that bit smoother. So the next time you see these, they'll probably be black. There is what I was talking about on the wheels, flashing on the inside. The other thing about these wheels are they're very heavily cracked on the inside, and you can see it there on that one. They're all like that all the way around. Now the paint will sink into there and hide that, but I'm tempted to put a dab of super glue in each one. But the next time you see these will be in paint. Here we are with our AA control centre, painted in Siemens AA yellow. Paint went on really good on there. 95% as good on here. Just a bit of an imperfect finish on there. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got to live with it this time because this rattle can has nearly rattled its last rattle. Now I've just got to put the tyres on before we get the base plate on here, so I'll get those out. So these tyres are the originals. Found a spare, but it's not quite right, so we can put that to one side. So I've been in the silicone spray tub for a while. It's a bit cold in the garage today, so I'm not sure if I might have to put these in a bit of warm water. Summer has gone and we're down to 14 degrees. That one's on. Always a fingers and Mum's job. There we are. And as you can see, she's a roller. Right. So now the do or die. So we have to get this back into here. That goes into there. With a bit of luck, might be a bit thick with paint. We might have to do a bit of scraping. And then we have to sort of spring out this without getting a load of fingerprints on here. So I'll just adjust the camera before we have a go at that. Right, here we go. We've got to push that in at that end. That's okay. Got to get a screwdriver in there. Get one side in if we can. This is not easy. I wasn't looking forward to this. Click that side in. Now, just get a screwdriver on this side. And it's in. And have we damaged it? Little chip there underneath. But I'll take that. So that is brilliant. Now, we've just got to get the tyres rather, on these wheels. That one's a bit squared off, but I haven't got any spares. I haven't got any other budgie models, I don't think, so I think we can live with a slightly squared off tyre. That's great. So we can now get our base on. This screw is just big enough, so let's go up. And there we have our AA articulated control centre. Well, that deserves a cup of coffee before we start thinking about detailing. Well, I'm really chuffed that that has gone back together in one piece. A minor chip just there where my thumb is. Can live with that. We might touch it up later. We're not going to bother now because it's out of sight. I've done a sheet of the AA. So we've got this curve round here to do in black. We've got this roof ladder thing. Got the grill. We've got a bit of silvering to do. On the Sedona Atkinson, this is just a picture I downloaded. We've got the bumper, got the black grill, got silver around there. I don't think the model's going to apply itself to let us do the edging around the windows. And we might do the hubs silver as well. That's another model there that's in going. So let's think about what we're going to do next. I think we might do the silver. Change of plan, change of plan. We're going to do the grill, and I've chosen to do it with the marker pen, not with paint, because there is a bit of detail still left in that grill, and it'd be a shame to lose it all. You can just see it in the light there. So if this doesn't look right, I can always paint over it, whereas taking the paint off is not going to be easy. So let's try and get everything in view there. Well, it's not looking bad. It's still not got full coverage. So there's a half done. I think I'll do the other half off camera, even speeding it up. It's not brilliant for you guys. And there we have our grill done, and I think it actually looks quite good with a pen. I'm not sure what I'm off to do with that black flash on the rear of the trailer. It's a lot to do in pen, but it's a lot to do in paint as well. Depends what finish I can get on it. Right, the paint for the silver highlights is Umbral 191 Met. So we'll just get that a good stir. Okay, I've already done the first headlight just to get my eye in. So let's have a go at the second headlight now. There's the grille done. Now we've got the door handles, couple of petrol tanks either side, and I think we can do the windows as well, but not all at the same time, I don't think. I'm actually very surprised there is enough guide on the casting to do the windows. Don't think I was gonna do them at first. They are a quite prominent feature of the 7 diesel, what I've seen in pictures. There we are, one window nearly done. I don't know how much it's seen of this. The other one to do. I think I'll do the other one off camera because it's very difficult to film this. Get back to you. Well, we've finished our truck off and I've just got it there in view for you. I'm off to move it out the way and we can turn ourselves to the trailer. Now, in the original model, I don't think this was touched much looking at the pictures, but as a young lad, I think these types of trailers, certainly this bar would have been chrome, maybe these handles, etc. So I'm going to do them in pen as well. Something the factory may have done if they had the time and the budget to do it. Not quite sure where to start. I think I'll start at the bottom. Right, I think I might be pushing my luck a bit there to do any more, so I'm going to have to put that down. See, I've just got a little run in one of those there. Just stop there and I think I'll finish the rest off camera. Well, there's the detailing at the back and at the front of the cab. Some of it might need another coat, but I'm going to leave it there for now and come back to it tomorrow when it's dried. I've just done the second coat of metallic on this little Budgie Toys Sedona, and I've now got a look at the trailer. Now, this sort of scallop shape here was all black up to about just past that second window there. It goes to a point, so I've decided to give it a go with the Sharpie marker pen first rather than paint it. Of course, the other option, I could have masked it, sprayed it gloss black earlier on, but to be honest, I didn't have the time, the luxury of time to do that, so I've decided to give it a go this way. So keep checking this picture. It goes all the way round the wheel arches. Right, I'm going to stop filming there because it's going to take me a while. I will start to use the thicker end of the pen later, and I'll get back to you when it's all finished. Right, you're just catching me now at the end of this first sort of colouring in attempt. You do have to go over it more than once. Now get on to the other side after that's dried in a couple of minutes. Great thing about this is if I'd masked it and painted it, I think I personally, at my level and the way I work, I probably would have needed maybe another day, 2 days at this, and I don't have that time to spare at the moment, unfortunately. Well, we've got our black flash, if that's what we want to call it, done both sides. Close inspection, it does need a bit more touching up, and it just leaves this whatever it's supposed to be on the roof. Is it a ladder, just a standing area? I don't know, but as you can see in the picture, that needs doing as well. So same, black marker pen. I think we'll start with the big pen this time, the big tip. Great advantage of the marker pen, it's easier to control and paint. It dries quickly. The disadvantage is if you get a mark on that yellow anywhere, I don't know how to clean it off at the moment without damaging the paint, because it's an instant mark obviously. With the paint you can get a little Q-tip, cotton bud, you can just wipe it off. So advantages, disadvantages to both methods, and as you know I use both. Of course there's a sides to do because it's quite raised, and I'm tempted to put a bit of masking tape because this paint is really quite hard, so I'd be very surprised if I peeled it off. And if I did peel it off, you'd hear me crying. You'd hear me crying, believe me. What I've decided to do in the end is not use masking tape. I've just got some normal paper, bent it over, proper English, and that should be good enough without the risk of masking. So let's see how that's going to go, shall we? Well, how's that come out? Well, it's not ideal, to be honest. I'd be better off with a masking tape. But you've got to try these things. So let's get a bit of masking tape out. Right, I've put some masking tape on. I've not pushed it on. It's just touching where I put it. So hopefully you can see if you can see that. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. And I didn't press that masking tape on at all. I just let it stick to it. So let's do the other side. What I'm using is some 3M masking tape, so it's good quality. Classic now, I can't find the end while we're on the video. There we go. So it's just a matter of cutting the right length, which I'm doing off camera, I suppose. Turn that around. And this is just all I did. Pulled it tight. Put it into that little groove that's there. And just let it stick. Had a quick look at it. Checked it was okay. A bit further down at that end. Then just got the marker pen out, fixed side because we've messed up. Just checking you can see that, and just went along. And a bit of paint's come off. Okay. It doesn't matter how you try. Look, there it is. It's a minor bit. I'm not going to cry over that. But that's the danger I find in masking. How long do you wait? I mean, that's good quality tape. I didn't even push it on, and I have lost a couple of bits there and there. But let's not worry. You've got to be close up to see that. So I'll do the end freehand. Now I might not mask that. I could do, but it'd be the hat trick then. I didn't spot it happened on the first side. So what I will do is just do this end one freehand. I mean, this paint has hardened for days. I'd say a week plus. I don't know if you can see that there. This is where the brush would be better actually, because it'd be easier to get in and get a straight edge. Right, we're sort of done there. So next time we'll be on to decals. As you can see, we've got some decals. I've cut some out. I've got some spares. We'll put those to one side. Now these are on clear paper and the black obviously, so they will go straight onto there, no problem, without any discoloration. So here we go with the decal. And that's a new way of doing it for me. Right, can now get it in position. Now, at the front, this wants to be further back. That's not quite under that back window. I think what I'm going to have to do is put the T under there. And let that be my guide. Just get a bit of microsol on there, I think. That seems to have helped matters. Now we'll just move it about and get it straight. That looks fine. I'm not going to touch that for a while. Now we do have one of these larger ones up here at the back. That's next. Right, this one's going to be a lot more easy to put on. Just put a bit of microsol on the model there. And off she peels. No drama there. Just at the back of the truck now. I don't know if there's another one of these grills the other side, but that's going to be my marker. I think in the model it was a bit lower down. I've lined that up with the base of that, and that's my marker for that. Now I'm not going to touch that and do the other side till they're firmly set, because historically you do that, you move one on the good side that you've done. So we'll have to move that up there, bring our little cab in, and I have done the front bumper, which I'd forgotten to do before. Now there's one just underneath the window of the cab each side, so we should be able to get those done. So here we go. Whoops. Got a few others into play there. A couple of subs come on. Just gonna that is moving. Just I'm struggling to see from the angle I'm at. That just goes under the driver's door there, the passenger door. It's one side done. Right, here we go with one of the side decals. Under the door there, under the window. Already done the other side, so let's check that. Yeah, that was smack under the window. Just make sure this is level. So there's the two decals on the cab. They're sitting nicely. This one is still setting, so it's a while till we can do the other side. But the next time you see this, it will be on the turntable. Well, this is what we started with. Budgie Toys Jumbo AA Mobile Control Unit, Heavily Play 1, original paint, some original decals on, but it had certainly seen better days. Anyway, without further ado, let's see what we've ended up with, shall we? Because here it is now. Here is our Budgie Toys AA Articulated Trailer Traffic Control Unit. Doesn't she look great? Really pleased with this one. Glad I went with the pens at the end to do the black. I never took those wheel hubs off. Those peened over wheels, they're really heavily peened, as you can see, so I decided to just cover them up with tape so they didn't get too much paint on them. This yellow Simonese paint turned out really good. And doesn't that cab look really nice? It's a good looking cab to look at. Now this model was made between 1959 and 1964. This is not the earliest, it's in the middle somewhere because it's got the right sort of wheels on it. It's not got the later plastic wheels. A popular model apparently, but maybe an expensive toy back in its day. I couldn't find a picture of an actual trailer like this on the internet. I saw an AA traffic control caravan, but nothing like this. So it'd be interesting to see if any of you know if it ever really existed. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. It's my entry into the DMC challenge this month. More than 4 wheels, and I've got 6 there, so I'm just inside. I hope you can subscribe and like this video. It does help the channel move forward. And I look forward to seeing you another time with another restoration soon. So thank you once again, and I leave you with the Sedona Diesel AA Articulated Traffic Control Unit. Thank you. Take care.